Mr. Miller, you're live.
His first game.
Why don't you switch off the give him yours. If he's too loud in your ear, you can put it down here.
Who was first game?
Allman and Riverdale 1 and 2.
Good.
It's at 5:45.
Is it moving? Saw Marshall.
So you go ahead right into an intro. You're just winging it tonight. You have a beautiful Miss Incident, and not quite as cool as me.
Well, welcome tonight. We're here at Harry Hunt Auditorium. Here for the regional between Sherrard and who?
And Rockridge.
And Rockridge. Unfortunately, Rockridge has beaten them twice this year. With me, I'm Chris Miller, and with me is Becky Ince, principal down at Monmouth. All right, here we got the intro. So watch and enjoy.
Our building and grounds are designated as tobacco-free zones, and all forms of tobacco will not be allowed. The roles of our coaches and athletes should be to work to the best of their abilities.
Well, and Chris, like you said earlier, Rockridge beat them both times during the regular season, but when it comes to postseason time, it doesn't matter, obviously, what your record is. No one wants to end, especially we got a lot of seniors on Sherrard team, and they're going to do everything they can to keep their season alive.
And now it's time for the national anthem. So defensively, I think Sherrard's pretty good. Their big problem will be offensively.
Yeah, and you know, the other night I didn't think Sherrard covered the tips and some of the short games, so hopefully I know that Coach Slattery is a coach that gets her teams well prepared. I know she's watched film, and I know she's probably got that corrected.
What's the scouting report on Rockridge? Do we know?
You know, I obviously haven't been to any volleyball games this year until the other day when I came to watch Sherrard, but from what I watched during warm-ups, it does look like they've got some size in the front row, and so Rockridge is always known for their volleyball.
So they will probably be big hitters and blockers.
Yeah, like I said, from watching warm-ups, it definitely looked like some of their middle hitters really could go cross court and mix it up and go down the line. So Sherrard definitely has to be ready for everything.
Well, I guess the Tigers will have to will dink and dunk and do whatever they can and play great defense and to try to win this one.
Yeah, and I think when it's postseason time, if you come out aggressive, obviously Rockridge knows they beat them Sherrard twice already. If you can maybe get them back on their heels thinking they've got it won, you know, the momentum can get on Sherrard's side.
Well, we're getting ready to start it off.
And once again, the Rockets will be the best.
The first game, who was the winner in the first game?
It sounds like Riverdale took Alleman in 2.
In 2 games? Sorry I was late. I was watching a movie. I went to the movies with my wife. Sorry about that. We saw Marshall. It was pretty good.
Well, I was preparing for parent-teacher conferences that we have tomorrow night and Thursday, so I was also late.
Yeah, I knew Moline has them Friday. Yeah, it looks like Rockridge has a couple big girls right there in the front. Ooh, and one in the back too. Wow.
It looks like Sherrard will be serving first, so hopefully is it
put their
Carson?
Put their best server back there.
It looks like Rockridge is starting in a 3-man receive, so that does allow for some holes, especially if you go right over there where that middle hitter is obviously in a kind of a no man's land there. If you can drop the ball right behind her, it's a good spot.
Okay, there's a good pass. Could be set right there. Ooh, nice good defense though. Ooh.
It's a pretty nice pass there because Callie Minch did have a nice hit there, but good defense on Rockridge side. Sometimes against a team like Rockridge, mixing it up and maybe doing some tips too to catch them off. That seems like they're a pretty good receiving team on the hard hits.
I think Rockridge knows that what Sherrard's capable of doing, and they're going to try to stop it.
Definitely have a great rally here though.
Oh, there we go. You're talking about one of your tips. They just tipped one over there, and someone made an error, and
said sometimes in the game of volleyball, everyone thinks you want to go hard every time, but kind of mixing it up can definitely catch the other team off guard.
Yeah, unless you have a team that can jump out of the gym, you're going to need to do both.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Callie Minch, you can tell she's a senior out there. She's, just got that point for the side out for Sherrard, and she's going to be a senior that's going to do everything she can to keep this season alive.
They're going to move her all around and try to get the ball to her as often as possible.
That's a nice block there to slow the ball down. It allows the defense for Sherrard to obviously get that up. So
another nice block.
We are getting a lot of touches on that block.
Oh, into the net on Rockridge.
Both teams are pretty scrappy here to start off. Let's see who can keep that momentum up here.
Yeah, no one's really doing the pass, serve, set, and then the hit. There's a dunk. Yeah, that's a nice little dink. She saw the opening just like you had before, and she took advantage of it.
Yeah, and like I said, Sherrard's going to need to really watch the shoulders there of Rockridge hitters. You could kind of tell that's where she was going. I thought Sherrard kind of got off to a late start, getting their feet moving to get to the ball.
Nice hit. Good set. They're setting that left side, that far side. They've done that 3 or 4 times now. That must be their big hitter.
Yeah, I wonder if Sherrard got a touch on that. It actually looked like it went out there, but I think maybe the block got a touch on it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I saw the red flag go up.
Yeah, they give the point back to Sherrard. Uh-oh, now they're talking.
It's always interesting in postseason because during the regular season you only have the 2 umpires there. And obviously when postseason happens you have the line judges as well, which can cause some confusion.
Well, they've settled it, and they're going to keep it the way it is.
Yeah, so it looked like he overruled the line judges.
That's a nice block.
Yeah, that's kind of and we'll see if Callie Minch, I would assume she's going to recognize it, but I think almost tipping around the block is going to be more effective tonight than coming in and trying to hit right through the middle.
Yeah, either that or try to hit off the block. Oh, they called that in.
Felt like the line judge was a little uncertain there. Her flag went up, and then it kind of quickly went down. And
I think she may have missed that one, but that's all right. That'll happen.
Coach Letter's done a nice job, though. She didn't obviously pay attention too much to that confusion of the call, but she got her team calmed down, ready to get us side out here. It's a nice block there.
Gonna get it over. There you go. Nice. These nice rallies are fun.
Yeah, that was a nice pass there, too. Good defense to cover that middle. You really see both teams moving pretty well. And
that's too bad. Now Rockridge has moved up to that 3-point lead.
Yeah, I would assume if they get another point, Coach Ladder is probably going to be ready to do something, whether it's a substitution or a timeout, to try to ice Rockridge. But hopefully Sherrard can get a side out here.
That's a good move right there. That's a good play.
The corners are open on Rockridge. We'll see if Sherrard recognizes that. Kind of deep cross-court corners.
Both sides are they're playing pretty well as far as the.
One of the things that it's always frustrating as a volleyball coach, it just happened there in Sherrard. They kind of had a free ball come over, which should be an easy setup to really get a pass set kill, and instead they had a in the net hit.
Well, that's another sign that Sherrard may not have the offense, the regular offense. And there's the timeout that you talked about. Is this an announcing tool or?
Right now, I would assume that Coach Slattery is talking to her team about just playing their game. They're a little flustered there with obviously some of those calls, and even we could argue that the umpires there even made maybe a bad call, but they need to bounce back now and try to get a side out. And hopefully this timeout was a good strategy on Coach Slattery to get the ball back.
Maybe start hitting those deep corners that you notice. So Rockridge continues to serve.
I think you want to take advantage here when you do have Callie Minch in the front row still. I think we really got to get the passes, and that set was a little off the net, and it worked.
It did work, yes.
So good timeout on Coach Slattery. Gets it back in their servers' hands here to see if they can rally some points here. It's a nice deep serve.
Kind of got a free ball. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, you can tell, that's when coaches just get a little frustrated because obviously that should have probably been a pass that should have been easy to set up.
Oh, they hit right into the double block.
Yeah, and I think right now Callie Minch is kind of telling her teammates we got to get some coverage on that. Just because she got blocked doesn't mean they can't have coverage there ready to pass that block back up. And instead, she was the only one around that ball. There's nobody around covering.
Oh.
It's a nice pass there from Lexi Ryan.
Nice block. That's a nice block in the middle. Turned out to be a point for the Tigers.
Yeah, now we'll see if Callie, she last week served pretty well, but obviously when she goes in the back row, it takes obviously a dominating hitter away, but Courtney Witzel does come in on the front row now.
You're right. In the old days, that definitely would have been called a push or an up.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
Anything you went like here, almost side, up at your belt.
I think what I've recognized, though, it just seems like girls, because of the drills, they just have a lot softer hands, and it seems to actually work. I feel when I did it, the whole gym could hear it hit because I didn't have the soft hands. Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
They got 1 point and then into the net.
Yeah, and you always want to give your team an opportunity. Those are kind of the mistakes that you want to try to eliminate as much as possible, especially in postseason. No freebies, and those kind of become freebie points where Rockridge doesn't have to work for it.
Under the net.
I've been pretty impressed with Rockridge. Does a pretty nice job reading the hitters from Sherrard and really getting some good blocks. We'll see how Coach Slattery adjusts her team to those blocks.
Whether Sherrard is going to the same people most of the time.
Yeah, and those are kind of the plays you want to try to eliminate where you're really free balls are easy to set up. Doesn't make the other team have to work as hard.
She go under the net? She may have.
Yeah, I think crossed over that line there. Her net or her serve almost looks like it's going to go in the net, and it just kind of glides over.
She's gotten 4 points in a row.
Yeah, Sherrard's going to a 3-man serve receive. It does look like Rockridge is kind of avoiding the libero, and so kind of going away from her.
That's a nice hit. And the Rockridge girl is back there, but playing it off the ceiling is very difficult.
Yeah, and looks like number 12 there, Justice Kinder. I thought she did a nice job again, not going straight through the block, but went around it and scored a point for the Tigers.
Nice. They called that a lift?
Yeah, it almost looked like they might have called 4 hits on Rockridge's side, so they're saying that it didn't go over the other side.
I thought it was a block.
Yeah, the one referee over there kind of called it.
That's 2 that's gone under the net instead of over. That's too bad.
Yeah, we're kind of getting to the critical time here. We need to get some rallies going, and obviously this would be a good time to get the ball back to have service for Sherrard.
The passes aren't as crisp as they should be.
They're not. That's why I kind of feel like Sherrard is constantly on the defense, having to try to do whatever they can to get the ball over the net instead of obviously setting up to get a point.
Yeah, they're popping some of them up in the air instead of hitting the setter. But it's only 15-9, and so a nice run here, and they're right back in the ball game.
This is senior Audrey Epperly, and usually when she goes in, that means that she's the setter now. So new setter here for the Tigers.
Nice.
That's kind of a spot I feel like could get them some points. Obviously, Rockridge is a smart team. They're going to adjust a little bit. But that was the setter that just kind of did a free ball over, and it scored him a point.
Nice block.
Those are the hard sets when
you have to go into the net.
Yeah.
You're trying to go into the net, and you don't want to hit the net or go across.
Yeah, that was another pretty close one, but line judge thought that was out.
That was out. I saw that one. My good eye.
Sometimes that yellow line's not easy to see down there.
There's a good one.
Yeah.
She hit around the blocker. She had the 2 blockers coming up, but she still got it around them.
Yeah, Tigers aren't going away. At one point, it kind of seemed like this game 1 was going to go pretty easily to Rockridge, but Tigers are fighting back, and we're back to the first server, who was Carson here.
Nice hits by Tigers.
Yeah,
It's going to be a free ball.
those are kind of the ones you wish you'd have a little bit better of a setup for. It's just a free ball. There are some nice rallies here on both teams, though.
Oh, that's too bad.
Rocket substitution number 14, Amelia Thomas.
Again, another critical side out here.
Yeah, at this point, the Tigers need to score some points.
Notice they've really been kind of, seems like a lot of serves are going to Callie Minch. I don't know if they're trying to take her out of the hitting by making her have to pass.
Another timeout is called at just the right time.
Knowing Coach Lederer, she probably didn't want to use her second one here just in case it does get close and it gets closer to the game point. It's always nice to be able to ice, but she will have some other strategies as far as subbing, and she's probably hoping that she can get a side out here.
Get a side out, maybe start a rally, get a few points in a row, get right back into it. Right now they're down 7. Student section's getting into it. You always love that.
Yeah, I got some, it looks like the roller coaster here. And the roller coaster looks like being led by a cloud, is that, or a Care Bear?
Oh, Care Bear.
I haven't seen the Care Bears in a long time.
No, I try to avoid that. Yeah, he's doing a good job of keeping the crowd into it.
I think I even see maybe a hot dog or something down there too. I don't know if it's costume night.
All right.
Like I said, they are really going right at Callie Minch.
Oh, nice. That's beautiful. I don't know if she meant to do that, but right there next to the line.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes when you mix it up and do those, they look like they should be a lot easier to handle, but Rockridge wasn't ready for that at all. I think they thought Callie Minch was going to come cross court, and she mixed it up on him at the tip.
Nice block.
It's a nice block.
Oh. Two girls kind of got together for Rockridge, as you saw, and kind of hit together.
Another nice timeout there by Coach Slattery.
Immediately gets another point. Good. Rockridge is kind of doing the same thing where they're not getting the good sets.
Yeah. Let's see if they can string some points together here.
That's always the key. Get a few together, get right back in the game, maybe steal game 1.
Yeah, I think if they get a couple more, they might get the crowd into it too. The student body section's pretty good, but get the other families involved, and I think a couple more points might get some people clapping.
All right, good idea. Just hit a little high. Hit a little high and long. Oh, we got some more ammunition coming for the student section. Nice pass.
Yeah, usually good things happen when they serve it to the libero.
That must have been off the block.
Did it look like it went off the hands of Paige Carpenter? Didn't close that in.
That's a tough thing to do when you get someone who's good at hitting it off the hands. Nice get, but once again, free ball going over.
Yeah, and Rockridge is just too good of a team to give them those easy passes.
They seem to do a better job of getting a good swing at the ball almost on every serve. Not all the time, but a good portion of the time.
Yeah, and it definitely looks like they've got quite a few weapons. They've got some outside hitters. They've got a middle hitter.
Which is nice, which makes you a lot smarter.
Yeah. That was a good pass there by
Oh, that was nice.
Jenna Vestal.
Setter understood what was going on, just hit it over.
Oh.
Oh, you can't do anything about that one. Got away.
Yeah, that almost looked like it was a communication error.
They're doing a nice job of getting to the ball. The passes just are not as crisp as they should be.
No, just even right there, you take the setter completely out of it. That hitter's shoulders weren't square and tries to kill it instead of obviously just maybe pushing it over.
Pushing it over and try play some defense on the way back. Oh, ouch.
You hope they keep fighting back because, sometimes they might be thinking, hey, let's just start over and go to game 2. But at this time, you hope they keep fighting back because you never know. I've seen teams come back even when another team's at 24.
Oh, that's too bad. That's 24.
Yeah, just have some communication issues here.
I know they're playing a better team, but they're not playing as good as the other night.
Yeah, they kind of need to get that mentality. Let's play to win instead of play not to lose, and that's always hard here in postseason, especially when you're playing a team that is as talented as the Rockridge Rockets.
Wow, that is a great get.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating when you get a good kill like that and a player can dig that up, and Rockridge did a nice job of.
Yeah, they did. I mean, she went like flying through the air to get that one. But you're right, that was a great kill. All right, so Rockridge has won game 1, 25-15. Tigers got to get off to a good start in the next one. They cannot let Rockridge get this gap, this 7 or 8 point gap, and just carry it through the whole game like they did.
That's what I was kind of watching over there to see if some of the seniors maybe pull the girls in and say, hey, we can push this team to game 3 and win this. This is obviously a new game starting at 0-0, and they just need to adjust on a few things. But hopefully they can get pumped here. They looked a little bit defeated when they walked over there to the other side, but hopefully these seniors can rally this team around. They got quite a few seniors playing for them out there.
Yeah, them and Coach Slattery, hopefully, but the combination really gets them going.
You got some former players over there too that have. Brianna Hammerlink was on, I think, one of the regional teams, and then you got Vanessa Redpath over there. So hopefully with that experience they can adjust here and find a way to take this Rockridge team to 3 games.
Certainly they're well coached. There's no doubt about that. They're very well coached. They just may be undermanned, so to speak, in this game.
Yeah, and I don't know what the seeds are here. I don't know if Rockridge is the #1 seed here or if Riverdale is. I know it's a pretty loaded regional.
It really was quite loaded.
I was trying to see in the program if they had records, but I'm not seeing any records. I wonder if Rockridge had some other type of sport activity tonight. Their crowd and the bleacher side over there is pretty empty.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm trying to think if maybe there's a lot of junior high sports. They've changed the junior high girls seasons around, so now it's junior high girls basketball right now instead of junior high girls volleyball. That's really difficult for me to get used to. I'm so used to junior high basketball being pretty similar times as the high school girls basketball, but they switched that around so it aligned to the ESA.
The Tigers came in with a record of 12-20, not regular. And let's see, let's say about the Rockets.
Yeah, and you hope that they don't have that in the back of their mind because obviously it's a pretty talented 12-20 team. I do think the conference is pretty stacked when you got teams like Orion and Rockridge, and so I'd like to see a little bit more energy from the Tigers. They definitely do look like they just look a little bit like they're defeated right now. So I'm hoping these seniors say, hey, we're not going down in 2 games here.
Well, and traditionally, all 3 of the teams in this area are usually very, very good. And you can see that the Sherrard team is very well coached, and they're a good team. Let's see. Sherrard is the number 9 seed, and Rockridge is the number 4 seed.
So it definitely shows you there's some quality teams. It's Riverdale.
Princeton is the number 1 seed. Riverdale is a 6. So, boy, they must have this place. They must have it split too.
Yeah, because I was wondering, is Orion part of this regional?
I don't believe they are. If they did, that would be ridiculous. No, Orion's part of the, they're at Bureau Valley. And Orion's a 3 seed over there. Mendota's a 2 seed. Number 3, yeah. And Bureau Valley's a 5 seed, so wow.
Well, Sherrard started off game 2 hot with a kill, but Rockridge answers back.
Yeah, they did. That's a nice kill, too. Found an open area and just went to it.
Looks like Rockridge also has kind of a mixture of seniors and juniors out there.
Free ball for Rockridge. They're going to give it back. Tried to steal a point there.
It's good communication there. Got kind of quiet in here, but
yeah, there they are. They're back. All right, nice. Better. It's a good rally. Okay, need somebody. Oh, good.
Good hustle.
That's beautiful. That's where the crowd picks up.
Yep.
And out.
Yeah, that's when you get pretty excited, when you can rally back from a point that looks like it's impossible. The 25, obviously, the Vestal girl, Jenna Vestal, is in that role for that reason. She didn't give up and found a way to get it up for her teammate to send over the net for a point.
That's what they've got to do. They have just got to fight. Nice dink.
Yeah, it would be nice to string some points together, see if they can get Rockridge.
Oh. Got another one there. It was a partial block and kind of took the sting off and allowed it to hit the floor.
Yeah, definitely would be nice to see if Rockridge could call the first time out, because that usually is a sign that you've taken charge and you've gotten the lead. So we'll see here if they can keep a string of points going here for Rockridge to have to call a timeout.
Oh, they had been really good. Sherrard had been really good at not allowing the dink, but that girl had gotten a little deep, and so and didn't cover. So now Rockridge with the ball and the serve. Oh.
Yeah, it looked like for a while there they didn't know if there was a touch or not.
Good.
So number...
I think the hitter knew right away it was a hit. It was a touch.
Looked like Justice Kinder got that kill. And she is only a junior.
All right, looks like the Tigers are coming out ready to fight this game. I like this. This is nice. Little dink serve. Sometimes, oh, that's a tough, getting that close to the net. Good.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to figure out here. I remember the last game I came to, the Hoffman girl was playing, but it doesn't look like she's dressing for regionals over there. But I thought she was definitely on the court that night.
So there's a bad pass.
In this rally scoring now, you're never out of it.
Yep. Rockridge has gotten 3 in a row, though. This is what you always worry about with the Rockridge. They do have the ability just to go on a run.
Yeah, I definitely saw some leadership come from Callie Minster. She's clapping her team on and said, hey, let's go, let's get a side out.
And she had a nice hit there, too. Oh!
Those are times when the ball's going over your shoulder. You want to just trust that your libero's there, and we kind of got the front row there. We got in a bad spot and kind of ran into each other.
Got to trust one another.
It's a nice pass there from Callie Minch, and a point.
Stop the run. Sherrard thought maybe the play was still going on.
Well, I think even Rockridge, I don't know if they were sure if it hit the ground or not, but that's why you always tell players to keep playing till you hear the whistle.
There's the coach coming out to coach. That went down the line, but was just wide.
Notice the last name of one of those Rockridge volleyball players is Maddie Henry, and I think her dad was a successful coach at Rockridge for boys basketball, and still see him on the sidelines for some of the sports.
Oh.
That's number 8 there for Rockridge. See some Sherrard fans aren't very happy. They feel like there's 2 hits.
And it may have been a block and a hit, but you never know.
Yeah, and the nice thing is Sherrard came up with the point.
Tigers are staying right in this game. They come back after that little Rockridge run.
It's a nice hustle again.
Good, good, good.
You know, that Jenna Vestal definitely is running all over that court. Great passes.
This is a scrappy little Sherrard team. Outs. That one is out.
Nice call there.
We're all tied up.
Nice pass there, Callie Minch. It's tough when you're that tall to make that good of passes.
Nice.
We'll take
Oh, that was too bad. She had made such a great pass time before, and that one she got too close and went under the net. But the Tigers are right there. Tigers are clawing their way back. Going to stay in this game the whole way. At this level, you're not going to see the jump serves.
Yeah, I've seen a few girls do it successfully. Some do, and it seems like it's kind of one goes in and the other ones go out. So.
Yeah. I played over in Germany, and there were a couple players who could really. They were great at jump serving.
Yeah, you know, I coached during the time of Jessica Brown, and she was actually pretty good at it.
I'll bet she was good.
Sometimes it looked like a kill from the back row.
Nice. The setter just pushed that one over.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty solid lineup here, so it'd be nice if this Carson could get some serves here that could get some easy setups here for the Tigers. You got Minch in the row, or in the front row, and you got the Millinger, it looks like, and Wink, I think, number 5.
Should be a good one. Okay.
It's always hard to tell if it's actually going over that net or if it's 4 hits.
Nice. That's a good hustle play. Oh, did they call it a lift?
Yeah, kind of a late call there.
They called that a lift and some of the other ones. I'm telling you, some of those plays that get right here, I'm sorry, but my day that would have been called a lift.
Yeah, and it just seemed like it had already gone over the net, so he kind of blew his whistle a little late there.
That's too bad.
Hopefully Tigers can stay up here. It's still a nice game, and they're definitely on the road to being able to win this. They just need to. Those are always nice.
Yeah, little give-me gifts. You always like the free ones. Again, need some serves here. Oh.
Yeah. Again, you just don't want.
Some teams, yeah, you just can't. Some teams can't afford those.
Yeah, and this time, like when you're playing a team that's like Rockridge, you really want to try not to give them those gifts. That's a nice dig there by. I've been pretty impressed with her. She's kind of all over the place.
Wow.
Get a nice pass in the back row to keep that alive.
Tigers are scrappy, and they're staying right there.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that.
Oh, that's a hard hit. Whoever 14 is, that is just, she hit that one right down the line, right off the block.
At first, I wasn't sure what they were going to call that because it definitely went out, but it must have got a tip on the block there for the Tigers. Yeah, set was a little off there. Got some nice digs in the back row there.
This is a good volleyball.
The corners are open. The problem is Sherrard just can't get that perfect pass that kill right now. The passes are a little bit off.
That's a good pass.
Yeah.
But then it was a little close. Oh, they got to it.
And that seems to be what happens when they have that great pass and to the setter. Usually they're scoring. So let's see if they can get some more of those.
Sherrard plays a lot of players, and they all do a nice job.
Yeah, the senior group was the last group I had when I taught junior high, so I don't know anyone after the seniors here.
This year's seniors are the last ones I know, too. That's too bad. That was a nice play, good swing, but just a little outside.
Yeah, sometimes you're hoping you can get Rockridge to bite on that and get a...
Yeah, put an arm out.
They're a pretty disciplined Rockridge team, though. Doesn't quite have the feel of a regional game yet. Maybe it's because it's not the championship game, or maybe just the crowds aren't packed enough.
Yeah, the crowd, or lack thereof a crowd, I'm a little shocked at. Especially with the doubleheader. I thought there'd be more people here.
Yeah. It did look like Riverdale brought quite a few fans. They were exiting when I was coming into the game.
Yeah, when I was pulling up there were a ton of cars leaving. I see that the students have have pictures of the volleyball players. That's nice.
Yeah, I was trying to see what the Care Bear there was going to get the student body to do. It just seems like right now he's pacing back and forth, wondering if the roller coaster was going to come back in. All right, well, let's see if this timeout does what Coach Slattery's hoping it does.
Which is good. That's what it needs. The Rockets have opened up a 3-point lead, which isn't much, but you don't want it to get any more.
No, especially because you don't want, obviously, you're playing for a lot here. These seniors are playing for their season to continue, and you start to feel the pressure, and not having that first game, Tigers are going to feel that pressure a little bit more.
That's maybe one of their best passes, best sets.
All right, well, let's see if senior Callie Minch can string some service points in here for the Tigers. Nice dig there. Justice Kinder's had some nice kills to come out of that timeout.
Nope, that's not going to get over. There you go. There's 2 of them. Just what the doctor ordered.
I think Coach Slattery definitely sees a hole. She got off the bench right away and kind of coached something and whispered to Witzel, so maybe there's a hole she found.
Oh, 2 girls kind of got stuck between them.
Yeah, they knew right away. Jenna Vestal kind of looked at Callie Minch and thought that was just a communication error.
Surprised it doesn't happen more in volleyball. Oh.
Saw Coach Slater over there feeling like that was 2 hits, but just not getting the calls when they need them here. Yeah, this is an important side out here.
Yeah, this is. This is the time of the game when you really need Tigers to come back.
Yeah, because I don't think Coach Slattery wants to use another timeout right away. She wants to save that for the end.
All right, timeout right there. Hey, you want to save them, but sometimes you got to use them.
Yeah, especially this time in the game.
It was, it was right there. It was almost. There was a 1 point, and now it's back to 5. And it's hard not to get down at a time like this. It seems like the same old stuff with Rockridge.
I was going to say, this is where it would be nice for the student section to get into it right now. So the Tigers look like they maybe got a little confused on the words.
Yeah.
We're using our device there for words. That one they might need a little practice for before basketball season starts.
Yeah, I'm going to guess they do.
When we have to get out our device to see the words, I think we might need to practice a little bit more.
Yeah, hand out the sheets.
All right, well, let's see if Tigers can get a side out here.
Nice pass. Oh. Yeah, those blocks are killing them.
Yeah, and Rockridge seems to be getting a little stronger here as we come down the stretch.
And coach is trying to change things up just to get a different combination in there. See if she can find a combination that'll have a little spark and come back in this game.
It's a nice pass there from the Vestal girl.
Yep.
Sometimes it's amazing, even off the net hits can go pretty hard there, just like Rockridge. That girl does a pretty nice job hitting off the net.
Nice.
Looks like quite a few fans are a little bit upset with that call again.
I'm not sure the fans really know what they're not saying bad things about the fans.
People might have to go to, STV.com and
Well, I think maybe they need to watch some.
check replays out here.
Well, I think they need to watch some power volleyball, college volleyball, and see what's going on. On a regular basis, I'll switch to ESPN2, and there'll be, Penn State versus whoever, and that's good volleyball.
Let's see what the Tigers can do here. They got a little hole that they got to bounce back from.
Oh. Unfortunately, I think the Tigers are seeing the end of the season coming right up. Oh, little help there.
It's not over yet. Let's see if we can get a good server in here to get some points. It looks like Audrey Epperly's coming in to serve.
They need someone who's going to do a great job. But it starts with getting them in. Oh.
It's definitely not what you want to have happen here.
No, not when you get a free ball. You don't want it to be knocked to the back by itself.
Got a jump server there for Rockridge.
A jump floater. Well, they let that one go, and it was out.
And let's see if they can build off this. Looks like the Carson, who's gotten some points from him earlier. Let's see what she can do here.
She needs to have a good one. She needs to get a run going.
Yeah, this Rockridge team is pretty good to be able to bounce back from a hole.
That's good serve.
Pretty nice
Get it down.
serve.
Yeah, there you go. That's a point. There's one.
1 point at a time is what Coach Slatter is probably saying to her team.
Get one at a time.
She kind of has a unique serve approach, kind of a little hop in there.
I would say that would be unique. That's off the block. Well, they're at game point, 24-18.
These are always hard. You never want to be that last person that...
Nope.
Let's see if they stay aggressive. They're fighting to the end, and that's what you like to see.
That's it. There you go.
It's kind of nice. It looks like Coach Lattery's putting one of their seniors in.
Good.
I think the last senior out there, Skylar Howitt.
Yep. Oh! That's too bad.
Yeah, that's
too bad.
That's always
let her teammates go and hug her, and that's what matters. That really does. So it looks like we're going to have Rockridge and Riverdale.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how it works, or do they play tomorrow and then?
Let's see what.
Because I got Allman, and who was eliminated tonight. I would assume Ridgewood was eliminated.
Okay, hold on.
Yep. So regional championship is it tomorrow? Rockridge versus the Riverdale Rams.
Yep, that's it.
Should be a good one.
I think it should be.
And I think they have probably seen each other before. I'm not sure who won during the regular season.
I'm sure it's going to be a good battle for a regional title. That's always a big deal to put on your mantle, to have another regional title. Well, good for Rockridge, and it's too bad for the 2017 version of the Sherrard Tigers. Their season has come to an end.
You know, I thought the positive thing, though, you did see fight, and you did see a team that obviously were the underdogs tonight, and they kept fighting to the end, and I thought there were some great hustle plays, and that's what you like to see. You don't want to see a last game end with them just giving up and not hustling for plays, and I think it showed the character of this volleyball team this year.
And I think one of the classiest things I saw was, putting a senior in, basically the game's on the line, and you put a senior who hasn't played and let her get a shot at serving. It didn't matter if it served, if it was good or bad. It was the fact that you let someone go in there and participate in a regional.
And I think you brought up a good point afterwards. Several teammates went and hugged her, and that's truly what it's about. Later in life, you don't necessarily always remember the wins and losses, but you remember those friendships and you remember those teammates that are going to be with you, for a lifetime.
That's right. I just went back to my reunion and saw a lot of friends who I went to school with, and we played different sports together, and it was very nice. You make those lifetime connections.
Yeah, because these are always the hard locker room conversations. You've got to, I guess when I look at the program, you do have quite a few talented seniors and good seniors that have some great character. Obviously, Coach Slattery saying goodbye to Audrey Epperly, who was their setter this year. Callie Minch, obviously, who was their all-around player, who kind of was their dynamic middle hitter. You also had Carson Elgis, who was a scrappy player for him, and you move down and have Courtney Witzel, Jenna Vestel, and Skylar Howitt, who all did get to play tonight.
Got to play at the very end.
And some big shoes to fill, but those will be hard seniors to say goodbye to.
Is Taylor not a senior? Who was their first server?
Carson Elgis, and she is a senior.
She is, Carson, that's right. I forgot that. She was in my class last year. Great kid.
I think you're maybe thinking, because she kind of does look like, is it Taylor Colson?
Yeah.
She does kind of have that look. And
all right, well.
Are we signing off here?
I think we're going to sign off. Are we going to be here No, we're not going to be here Friday because
media
comes in and it's going to broadcast it. So I think our 2017 volleyball season is over also.
Yeah, so we'll probably be back here for basketball season.
I can't wait. All right, so we'll see you later.